Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking, and happy Wednesday, the 1st of October of 2025. I hope that you're all doing well, and we're in between doing the love readings for Patreon for the month of October, but we're taking a moment out to bring this love reading that we do every Wednesday for you all. And wondering what the weather's like where you're living. We've got rain, we've got gloom, we're heading quickly into fall, the autumn season. It's actually come a little bit too fast for my liking. Laying down the rugs again, trying to warm up the house. Anyway, it's a season, and it is the Libra season. Happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday. It's the season where we start to, we've just come from Virgo season, which is all about beautifying the home, doing our due diligence and what we're meant to be fixing, or whoever we're meant to be serving, and now here comes the Libra season, which is all about balance, harmony, relationships. So it is a very important time. And the moon has been transiting through Capricorn. The moon is heading for Pluto there in Aquarius. And Pluto is preparing to turn direct. So obviously the outer big planets do retrograde for a few months. They give us a chance to sort of go back and revisit something. Pluto is all about change. So, the moon transiting through Capricorn, we've had to be emotionally more mature and work hard and put in the effort with whatever it is. But the moon is heading up to Pluto, who is stationing to turn direct, preparing to release whatever it is that we've been working on, and we've had an opportunity to look over things, as I said. And Pluto moving direct will be all about that. What is it that we're releasing emotionally that's got to do with even the way we think, the way we perceive things? Remember, Pluto in Aquarius is about, that higher mind. It's seeing the bigger picture, seeing things from an elevated point of view of where we're stuck. Remember, Aquarius is a Saturn and Uranus ruled sign. So what has been holding us back, limiting us, and what have we been stuck on relative to possibly, how we would think of things, what was important for us. Remember that the moon is the celestial body that rules Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer. So that's why I'm saying we're seeing the bigger picture. Maybe we've had things that, some things that we've been called to do, to fix, to revise around the home, around the family. Maybe we've had that opportunity to see and work through that, and now we're seeing what it is that we need to release. Maybe possibly also finding new ways of doing things. We may also have an emotional aha moment, right, as Uranus is also in good aspect to Pluto. So let's move forward and let's see what's coming through in love. Remember, in love, this reading is more so based off twin flame connections, karmic, or even soulmate connections. Okay, whether you're waiting on, and you're single, waiting on that special person, that person that may feel familiar to you or that you've had past life cycles with, or some of you are in between, possibly leaving a past, moving towards a future relationship, or some of you are just hoping to manifest the relationship that you're hoping for that's already in your life. And as I'm saying that, my right ear is buzzing. I'm wondering what I'm going to hear. Anyway, we're doing this, we're going to do a divine spread, but we're using mainly the same decks that we're using in the love readings on Patreon, which will be released to the public after roughly the 20th. and let's see. We're using the astrology reading cards. Actually, I will place the cards that I'm using beneath in the description box for those that are interested. Let's see what's coming through. We're not using the major arcana today. I thought I'd do things a little bit differently. Stay till the end. We'll have love messages. And no, we can't do the yes please, as I'm quite busy with the October monthly readings, and we've got a full moon in Aries coming up very soon in a few days. So let's see. Next week surely we'll do it. Let's see what's coming through. Spirit, thank you for your guidance, and please guide us in the right direction relative to what's coming through energetically. So we've got Pluto, which is the planet we were just talking about. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. So it's all about rebirth, and Pluto, of course, is after a death process, after something is going to be released, possibly something that was toxic, something that we feared, someone that was controlling. Remember, Pluto does the work. He's doing what he's meant to be doing. He's very gradual and very slow, and he tends to sort of bring the changes in a very slow manner. So we may not notice the work that Pluto is doing, but remember, Pluto is at the beginning of Aquarius, so very, very significant for the fixed signs, early born fixed signs. So Aquarius, Leo opposite, Scorpio and Taurus, those of you that are born early with early placements. But also it's the air and the fire signs that are helped to release what was meant to go. Pluto can speak to riches, can speak to a lot of information that was hidden, especially in Aquarius, that you may have been seeking, or maybe it's coming in and you're finding out. As the moon can speak to anything that's been secretive, that's hidden. It could be relative to your financial or even your emotional situation, things around home, motherhood, and even the country where you reside in. So Pluto can speak to riches, but can also speak to big changes, a death process, a rebirth. Let's see. So Scorpio comes through very strongly, as Aquarius as well, since Pluto is transiting Aquarius. We've got the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. So this can speak to someone's social standing and their reputation. Are they married? Are they single? Remember, this is a love reading. We're not doing a general reading. It's a love reading. So there's big changes relative to someone's social status. Possibly also affecting their goals and their aspirations, possibly yours as well. So big change, changes that may also bring riches, because sometimes emotions and relationships can also be connected to career, because the 10th house is career, but it's the natural Capricorn house, which says the changes that are happening in someone's life, whether it's yours or the person you're seeking information on, is not easy, hasn't been easy. And one more, we've got Saturn. Yep, we've got Pluto, Saturn, the two malefic planets, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So there are still challenges here. Remember, Saturn, though, is also something long-term. It's maturity. It's the limitations and the restrictions, or our due diligence, what it is that we're needing to keep on working towards. Saturn could speak to either limitations or responsibilities, or, Saturn and Pluto are quite similar in the sense that where love is concerned, they can speak to endings. Yeah, because we see Saturn, Kronos, Uncle strict Kronos many times is seen in various texts where he's holding a scythe, right? So not easy, because what we're trying to manifest and climb, the 10th house, which is our achievements, where love is concerned in this case, it's not easy when we're dealing with Pluto and Saturn. Pluto, of course, is a further out planet, therefore stronger than Saturn. So there's emotional change. There's emotional change. Pluto may also release, let fall away the limitations and the restrictions relative to someone's hope for the future and what they're trying to accomplish in their personal life. Let's take the divine spread, which we don't do very often recently, and I thought we'll do that today. This is the classic tarot if you're interested, we're using today. And as I said, we'll mention those beneath the video, all the cards we're using. So please guide us, dear Spirit. What's going on in the love department? What's going on with twin flames, with the soulmates, or even with karmic connections? Let's go. So the root and where we're coming from, we've got an emperor right off the bat. Aries or any other sign. I usually mention Taurus, but you know, Aries, Taurus, it could be either one because of course they're next to each other in the zodiac, but Aries mainly is the main energy of the emperor. And if we're thinking of the astrology, we do have Chiron in Aries, and we've still got Neptune there, which is the illusion, the deception, or even the dream. This is like, for me, Neptune in Aries is like spiritual warfare. We're needing to believe that we can fight for whatever this new beginning is, but we need to also stand strong and confident. Aries is initiation, it's cardinal fire, it's new beginnings. But Neptune is retrograde and going back to Pisces, as there's a story still that needs to be cleaned up and released and worked through. And Chiron, of course, is that open wound, psychological, emotional, physical, whatever it is, something we've been carrying. Could be from our lineage, from, you know, past lifetimes, even from our childhood. So the emperor, we know, could also be someone who is in charge, responsible, someone that could be a father, could be a business owner, could be a spouse, right? But he's the pinnacle of security where love is concerned. Of course, he's the most experienced. He's the four kings in the emperor. So the emperor can provide security, but he may also have a lot on his plate. He's got the experience under his belt. And this could also be pointing to when Saturn and Neptune return back to Aries, right? Possibly in February, time-wise. Let's see what's hidden. We've got the Ace of Wands, which is like the light bulb coming on, which is like an opportune moment, or it's something that someone desires very much so. It could be what the Emperor is desiring. Obviously, this is the hidden position and you're here to find out information. So more than likely, and we do have fire. So we're seeing the outer planets in fire and in air, but we've got a lot of water. It's going to be a very emotional month and happy October, I want to say to all of you. We're going to have a lot of flowing emotions and opportunities for emotional openings and opportunities in the month of October. Not that everything is easy, and as I said, we've got a full moon coming up in Aries, which isn't going to be a very easy one. That could be significant for this reading, or what messages we're going to have today. So the Ace of Wands is someone that's very sexually attracted as well, but also this person, maybe this Emperor, has got an opportunity for a new beginning. Okay, maybe they want this, maybe they desire this. Remember, we've got Mars transiting. Mars is the masculine, right? The warrior, the will, the drive. Is transiting through Scorpio, and Scorpio does speak to change. Now, I'd like to just mention also that we're going to have Mercury retrograde through the sign of Scorpio and Sagittarius, which is where Juno, the asteroid of commitment and marriage, has been retrograding almost a year now. She's moving direct, and she's actually at the early degrees of Sag, so she's ready to step in. Let me just show you her. Here she is. She's at the 0 point of Sagittarius. Once she gets to the 2nd degree, she's coming out of her shadow, post-shadow zone. So, and Mercury will be retrograding on the same degrees here. And Mercury, of course, is the messenger. It's all about movement, perception, communication. So it's not by chance, I would say, as Mercury and Mars will be connecting in Scorpio. Lots of changes, lots of potential for change. Now, of course, mentioned again, Scorpio, Sagittarius. So very significant for those signs. And, okay, let's continue. Let's look at the recent past and what's been going on. 5 of Wands. This is conflict with a family. It could be internal. It could be between you and your person. You're not on the same page. You're not speaking the same language. What you're hoping to build, you're not on the same page. Let's see what's going on in the now potentially. This could be, of course, a family feud, someone having trouble. If they're in a family, if they've built their own family, this could be the Emperor with a family situation. And we see the World card here as well. For some of you, there's physical distance, possibly also, because this is a Saturnian card. And we see Venus ready to step out into the world. And remember, Venus is transiting Virgo. She's going to connect in the next few days with the South Node in Virgo, which is a very Saturnian energy, which is what we're needing to release. So I see a lot of release here, which may help us move towards that, you know, the highest part of the chart, the zodiac, which is our goals, aspirations, and much change where someone's social status and their reputation in the world is concerned. Someone's closing up a major life cycle here, right? And remember, Venus in Virgo, she's not strong there. She's in fall. So where it matters of love, even, you know, self-worth, it's like Spirit is saying, continue working, continue providing that service. Venus is going to enter Libra very soon, where we'll have more potential for balance, harmony, and justice in relationships, because we see disharmony here. Let's see. Remember, this is it is a big deal. The World card. It's a life cycle that's coming to an end and an accomplishment. Let's see. What is crowning the divine spread? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, stuck energies, perfectionism. This is Virgo. This is more strategy and planning for the future. Remember, he's holding up that Ace of Pentacles, which could be a relationship. You could be dealing with an earth sign, could be someone that's very slow, very gradual to move forward. Sometimes we do see stuck energies with the Knight of Pentacles. So earth comes through. We've got a couple of very important major arcana cards. We've got fire and we've got a little bit of earth, which could be grounding, which is stable, steady, and even with Virgo energy is about dealing, possibly we're still doing the work. That's possibly why this night is stopped. Still dealing with past situations. That South Node in Virgo. So Virgo is the natural 6th house. It could be matters of health coming up, or work responsibilities and busy. And remember, Virgo is very much about providing that service and being there for others. So collaborating with others, well or not well, let's say. But there's an issue that's sort of holding this night's forward momentum back. Let's see, in the action and the advice, we're not taking reversals here. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of expansion and work, possibly also collaboration with others, or the advice is that there could possibly be third parties here, but the advice is also that there may be collaboration. Someone may need their time. Pentacles, remember, are slow, they're more gradual, and they're more about stability. Work also may be in the way, possible finances as well. What is the... Could be that your person is planning or hoping to be able to collaborate, to work with you, to expand. Remember, three is also the Empress, so patience may be necessary, but also it is the initial point of an opening, you know, the first point of success. Let's see what the possible outcome, what shows up here. And we've got the Three of Cups. Beautiful. Three of Cups could be happiness, getting out there, connecting with friends, being part of a group, socializing. But again, we've got a three, and of course the Three of Cups can be also reconciliation for maybe a few of you out there. But this could also be support from others, from friends. You know, people need their friends, and friends are, you know, a friend in need is a friend indeed many times. So there is a possibility that this Emperor is thinking of taking this pentacle forward, unless, my dear friends, and I'm going to say, I mean, the Emperor could also be, if you're dealing with two different people, you could be dealing with one person that is, there's a big age difference, because we've got a young knight here, and we've got an Emperor. And remember, the Emperor on the reverse could be someone that's been very controlling and very self-centered, and someone that gets very, you know, heated under the collar very quickly, someone that's provided you with security, stability, or not able to do that. We're not reading reversals, right? So we see, because we've got fire here, this could be, you know, clashing with an Emperor, that some of you may be coming to a life, you know, the end of a cycle of a life chapter with an Emperor, because we've got the World card, and then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, who's someone who is not moving, is more strategizing, planning, and waiting to see if this could be something, this relationship could be something that you could work together, that it could happen. But remember, threes can also be, sometimes it could be what is stalling this forward momentum of the relationship you're hoping to manifest, possibly with someone that could be younger than you, or not ready to offer you something stable and long-term quite yet. Let's see what is hidden, how the stars align, how they help or hinder the situation. We've got the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We see the divine feminine, ready and open and very mature. She knows what she wants where love is concerned. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. She knows that this pentacle will be offered because it's the Ace of Pentacles. It is the relationship. It's a new home. It's a new relationship. This is the potential here, and you need to trust your intuition that possibly someone may need a little bit more time. They could also have people that they collaborate, work with, or even friends that may be swaying or trying to, I don't know, either get in the way or either help the situation. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the King of Pentacles here. So we do see that your knight turns into a king here. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. We've got water and earth, and as I mentioned earlier, we're going to see lots of flowing energies from water, which is helping the earth signs as well. We're going to have a grand water trine. We do talk about that on Patreon, as we go into we've done the astrology for October, we go into the little nitty-gritty details. So if you're not on Patreon, consider joining us and supporting us through that platform. But the King of Pentacles, he needs to be certain. He needs to know that there is, the emotions are the same, that you're emotionally ready to, offer your heart on a platter here. Possibly also someone that's trying to get their life in order. Because there are a lot of plans for the future to take this pentacle all the way to the Ace of Pentacles and to the King of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this could be the same person where in the past, because Emperor and King of Pentacles, they're practically the same person. In the past, this Emperor was not able to offer you what you wanted because they had other situations, other fires that they had to put out, which we could see here. So if this is the same person, they're going through a breakup, they're going through a separation, right? Sort of needing to tidy and fix things where their life is concerned. So patience is what's necessary here. That's what the King of Pentacles would always ask for. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Eight of Cups. So you see, emotionally, someone is checking out of a situation that they did not find what they were hoping for. They did not find their bliss and their happiness. And we've got the stalling here again, the Hanging Man, right? Someone feeling as though they've been punished, closing up a major life cycle, and possibly, yes, it could be also a secret love affair, because Pisces does rule the 12th house, which could speak to a lot of karma, or a spiritual connection, or things going on behind the scenes, or someone needing to change their perception, someone going through a spiritual awakening through the dark night of the soul and needed to change their perspective, feeling as though they've been punished, maybe having sacrificed too much and not having found those 10 cups that they were looking for. Nine of Wands, it's been tough. It's been tough. And the Hierophant, you see, this is a spiritual connection, or it's a marriage, or you're dealing with someone that's very conservative, very traditional, or someone grew to believe that they needed to sacrifice, and even if the love was not returned. See, Four of Cups and the Hierophant, someone very unhappy in their personal life and needing to go through a karmic purge, a release before they can, and also having felt as though they've, been punished, and you've been waiting forever for someone to be free, footloose and fancy free, and start a new life cycle, because the Hanging Man is the ending, and then comes, remember, Pisces, we've got the restart of Aries. So very on point with the reading. Let's take some cards. Let's take the Psychic Tarot of the Heart and see what comes through. We'll take some Lenormand in a moment. Is it your person that is your Emperor? Because I don't want to make the, this reading gender specific. So it could be, thank you, Spirit. It could be that, for instance, you're the Empress, right? And you've got those responsibilities and you're dealing with another Emperor, let's say, and here is the Empress, as I was going to mention her. So here is the Empress. We've got Venus, so obviously we've got Taurus, we've got Libra, we've got the 4 fixed signs here. So again, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. We've got Aries, we've got Cancer, Pisces, Cancer and Pisces with the moon. So there's going to be something that will be confronted, something that will be shown. I would say it's the Aries new moon, because many times I do see the Empress as Aries energy. She knows her power. She's got, she's got the experience. She attracts, she loves, she nurtures, and she also knows her worth and her value. She is the Empress after all, so she's gone through all the lessons of the four queens. Think about it. And something will be revealed here with this full moon in Aries. Aries, obviously opposite is Libra, so it does speak to relationships. And Aries is the warrior. It's the new potential for a new beginning. Something was going on back in March with that new moon in Aries, possibly. Now we've got the full moon in Aries, and Aries is I, me, my. It's also the warrior. It's the will, the drive, the confidence, and the action. Remember that Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is in a very powerful sign that it also rules the sign of Scorpio. So there will be a lot of talk, a lot of communication, and a lot of themes that were hidden that will come up to the surface. We'll be seeing a lot of that during the October-November season, so obviously the Libra and Scorpio season. And we'll have to confront also those fears relative to the psyche and what fears we hold within our soul. I don't know if it's your person or if it's you, but there will be revelations. The moon card also speaks to, and we've got, the Empress, which is a mother, a lot to do with a particular mother or a spouse, or fears that run deep, that could be also karma that's carried over from a mother. And we've got rest and reconsider, the 9 of Wands. Someone is exhausted here and they need their time, but they're still standing, remember. 9 of Wands, it could be the end of the burden. There could also be, if you're not in contact with your person, there could also be things that will be revealed. I do feel with Mercury and Mars transiting through Scorpio, a lot will be revealed relative to deep emotions, to endings, to someone's sexual fantasies, or even dreams, because we do have Ace of Wands here, and Scorpio is a very sexual sign. Someone fearing, opening up emotionally. It's like those, needing to look into the darkness, needing to get those skeletons out of the closet, do the work, love and nurture, and trust that whatever is the poison, that it can be turned into a medicine, right? So whatever secrets will be coming up, whether it's acknowledging the fears, personal fears, our own fears, or whether it's your person, right? So maybe also conversations that haven't been shared, haven't been had. I do feel with Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, those conversations will go deep. There'll be more emotional contact, connection, and revelations, information, right? So don't rush, take your time. Remember, the Empress does speak to patience. There's a seed that's been planted. We will have the revelations of a possible new beginning. Remember also Jupiter is transiting through Cancer. So Jupiter is exalted there, and he will give us a lot of truths. He will give us the bigger picture. So just rest and wait. Leave it up to Spirit. What's at the foundation? Choose your battles. So someone is going through some sort of a battle. The battle could also be myself and my own worst fears, right? Because this looks like a nightmare, that someone's expecting the worst. But can you see also the stance that he's taking? And the 7 of Wands is someone's given the opportunity. They've got the high ground relative to what they're fighting against. Is it a situation? Is it their psyche? Is it other people? Is it a past relationship? Whatever it is, choose your battles. Someone is trying to be intelligent. Virgo is very intelligent, remember, and very logical as well, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Let's see what the romance angels advises. So we see a fair bit of fire. We've got a fair bit of water as well. We did see the Eight of Cups, but emotionally someone checking out. Remember the Four of Cups, someone unhappy in their personal life. Remember the Emperor is also a 4. Let's see what the romance angels suggest. Past life relationship. To me, this is more a karmic. You have known each other before. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So to me, some of you are, either you or your person, could be dealing with another karmic, and they keep getting these red flags. The red flags could be that they need to work through whatever they're working through now, and waiting on divine timing. Remember, the angels are ready to ascend, to take flight. So flight could be literal or metaphorical. Children, yeah, children. Your love life is being affected by children. That could also be another situation where someone is staying put because of the children. So someone is being more the mature, which we said Saturn is the elder, the wiser, the responsible, and someone who's patient, needing to take care of what they need to take care of, because they're going through, this is like a testing moment here with 2 malefic planets. Obviously someone here fears their reputation being put through the ringer, I feel here. And of course, King of Pentacles and the Emperor, they could be people that are very important in their society, right? They're very experienced. Let's see. We've got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we've got passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I do get with a soulmate more the emotional side, but there's also a very strong passionate side here. So it speaks of joy. Let's see what's at the foundation. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So the fact that it's talking about real, someone is doubting whether their person's emotions are real or not, or whether there's deception. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, right? And calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your presence here. To me, this is like the Empress energy. Love yourself first. Your self-respect, because she knows she's got the value. She can attract, and she can also provide a lot of value to a relationship. So someone needs to get over their complexes. That could also be another issue that's holding someone back. And it could be, of course, remember what I said, that we've got Chiron transiting Aries, and Aries is the confident, the warrior, but there's an open wound relative to the warrior and the initiation and the new beginning that someone needs to find the resolution to. So I want to take the message from the Universal Love Oracle, and we'll take the Mystic Moon Oracles to look at the emotional side of things before we take another layer. What is the message? What is the advice round about now? Thank you. And we've got Eternal Flame. And beautiful. Absolutely. It's like a flame that never goes out. For many of you, this could be, yes, a twin flame for me. We'll read the message at the end of the reading. Let's see what's going on in the emotional department or in the psyche. Let's look at your person. Let's get into their psyche and into their emotions. See where they're at this time. How they're feeling. What is possibly also, what are they unconscious about? Abandoned. They're feeling abandoned, or they could be doing the abandoning, let's say. Third party, unbelievable, my dear friends. And commitment. So your person, for many of you, they could be going through a separation. If that doesn't speak separation, I don't know what does. Let's make some space here. Let's take one more. And for some of you, if you're in a commitment, they may not be coming forward because they don't want to be the third person if you're dealing with someone that is single. We've got stuck. You see, there's the Saturnian energy. Your person is more than likely going through a lot of stuck energies, a lot of difficult karma and difficult lessons here. They're taking care of business and they're growing the guts. I was going to use another term, but it's not suited here on YouTube. So maybe someone is growing the confidence and taking charge, right, of their life. Let's see where you are, where you may be moving forward. Inner child. Some of you may have children, or the inner child, possible memories or things coming up in your subconscious, in your dreams relative to your childhood, lessons. Unawakened. There's something that you're going through still that you may not be aware of, right? Something that you may be lost about. And some of you could also be doing some research, something to do with a childhood wound or not feeling worthy. Maybe your parents were very strict. Maybe there was no motherly love. I mean, we've got the mother here and we've got the moon here, fears, or even a mother that was very detached and not very motherly. Let's take one more, and we've got awakening, but you're going through an awakening. Now, you can flip sides depending on what speaks more strongly to you. And I'm going to say also, if you're dealing with someone that is a parent, okay, this could be you sort of going through the understanding why your person isn't able to come forth yet, because we've got the children and the inner child here. So that could be also something that may be needing to come to your attention so that you can understand why your person is still stuck, right? And we've got someone spying, checking out the other person's social media. I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius. We've got metamorphosis, you see, as the moon connects with, as soon as you're watching this, this could be happening. That whoever is observing you, checking out your social media, they've been going through a metamorphosis. Oh my God, there's the twin flame. Someone could be checking you out. It could be your twin flame that you are not aware of, that they're checking out your social media. Or your person may have realized that you are their twin flame and they're preparing to come in to either return or enter your life, but they may also, you entering their life or you connecting with them in whichever way you've connected with them, sort of help them go through that metamorphosis. That's how twin flames are. And look at the purge. The twin flame and the metamorphosis. Twin flame is in between purge and metamorphosis. So it looks like the Scorpio season is going to be a very significant one. See, winter, someone being very unhappy and therefore going through a purging. Twin flame. Possibly also, some of you may have gone through a breakup with your twin flame. Right? But we see that someone is preparing, let's say, in preparation, because it says here worth waiting for, right? Preparing to show themselves, because there's a question mark, and some of you Many of you may have lots of question marks relative to what's going on with your person. This could be even you checking out your person's social media if you have got access to it, of course. Let's see. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's get a bit more information. Tell me more about the Emperor. Who is the Emperor? Justice. Someone that's very karmically, was someone that was karmically connected to you, obviously. There was karma between the two of you, and of course this could have been a relationship, maybe someone that some of you may be releasing, or your Emperor is going through some karmic justice, right? They're looking for balance, they're looking for fairness within relationship. See, Ten of Pentacles. Surely many of you have been dealing with someone that was in another family, or this is your karma, and for some of you, this is someone you're releasing, so it's your karma that you're working through. For others of you, this could be your dharma, that you're meant to be with this person, who could be, yes, the King of Pentacles. So I feel that this Emperor has been penalized a fair bit. They've been humbled, and they've gone through a lot of hardships. And that's possibly, if this is the same person, that's why they're showing up as the king now. So it's like they've taken a beating. Their ego has taken a beating. So they don't feel as powerful as the Emperor would normally do. Let's look at what's hidden. We've got the Six of Wands. You may be dealing with someone that holds a little bit of ego. Leo comes through, but also someone who's very successful in business. Someone who has their own business. Someone that could be very creative, very, acknowledged and recognized in their community. And we've got the Lovers. Unbelievable. So Gemini comes through as well. A very strong spiritual union, connection. The potential is here that even though there have been dilemmas, it could be that your person now understands that they're going through, maybe possibly also listening to their heart, because we've got Leo here, so we may have a strong Leo potential here. Someone maybe who has succeeded in business is recognized now as someone that's dealing more where love is concerned. Of course, the Lovers is the twin flame, right? So now they see the light that maybe you are their twin flame. And possibly what you don't know is that they may now recognize the importance of this connection. Let's see what the Five of Wands holds. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, someone's gone through a lot here, and it's possibly a marriage as well, and also going through a spiritual awakening, but also fighting family, being up against family and people that they connect with in their community, or even their beliefs. Going through a lot of changes. Not easy. It hasn't been easy for them. Why do we have the Eight of Cups as the General? We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Strength card. So there goes Leo again. Feels like a person is feeling very left out in the cold, but they're holding themselves back. They're being quite patient, and maybe they need a little bit more time now. Even though there is there are big differences possibly in your beliefs, what you believed in, what this person believed, grew to believe. So you may come from different religion, different backgrounds in general here, or there could be a big age difference, and that's possibly what's been holding your person back. But I don't think that they've got the ability to stay where they are. It's like end of story. After something has changed, after something is dead. You cannot bring it back to life, right? And I feel that that's why Pluto came through. Let's look at the now position with the World card. We've got a Four of Pentacles. Someone holding back on the fact that they're ending a major life cycle and that they're going through cleansing, clearing out, working hard towards victory, doing a lot of cutting away, right? And hoping for clarity, if you're the one that's in another connection. Your person may be in the dark and hoping that they will have the clarity about what's going on with you. Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles in the crowning position. So what someone wants, what they're trying to follow, because this is like the 10th house position here in this spread. We've got the Sun. As I said, someone's wanting to follow their heart, but children are playing a major role. Now, your person is planning a reconciliation. They're planning happy times. They're planning that they're going to, at some point, they're going to take a risk. But right now, they're still needing to service and do their due diligence, I feel. See, there's a battle, the Five of Swords. They're looking for an intelligent way or a logical way to win over a situation, whether it's legal proceedings that are divorce that they're going through, whether they're needing to pay money, offer money. They could be in a legal battle with splitting assets, who knows. But what they're hoping for is clarity and healing, right? Let's look at that, the action and advice position. Ten of Swords. So someone's gone through the worst case scenario. The Ten of Swords, he's facing up. Someone's expected this ending because there were third parties. Obviously, third parties speak to secret love affairs. There could have been revelations that there's been infidelity, betrayal, so on and so forth. But we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. The advice is that, yeah, we've got perfectionism here. We've got someone that maybe has thrown themselves into work, because we've got two work cards, because in their personal life it's just been too hard to bear. They need time to heal, they need clarity, and they may also be doing some research, looking to see what's going on with you. Let's look at the outcome. This outcome position is like the 7th house, which is more the relationships, right? The Libra part of the wheel here. 3 of Cups, we've got 7 of Cups, which may open many doors. There are 10 Cups if we add them up, but there still may be some confusion and some illusion here. We've got the King of Swords, which is going to clear the illusion and clear the confusion. We've got Aquarius, King of Swords, someone who wears a uniform, someone who could be going through separation and divorce, and they're not someone who opens up emotionally very easily, but also someone's looking at things from a very logical standpoint, more so from a more romantic or even dreamy place. Let's take one more. King and Queen of Swords. We've got a divorce, a separation here, an ending, yes, because of betrayal. But we've also got lots of clarity and lots of communication, truthful communication, as we've got the two divorcees here. So Libra, Aquarius, and we've got Venus is going to enter Libra, and she's going to trine over to Pluto in Aquarius and also to Uranus in Gemini. So the flow of information, communication, perception, and intelligence will be massive. And that will be more important, obviously, for the fire and air signs, early born, okay? For the earth and water signs, for them it will be more discomfort, even though the earth and the water signs have got flowing energies and help, divine source help as well, so it won't be that bad. Let's look at the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles here. We've got the Page of Pentacles. So this could be a message that she may be receiving. Pages can also be children. But again, it's all about study, right? How to take this pentacle forward. Or she could be waiting on some offer of something long-term and more stable with this King of Pentacles, who could be a father. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. And it could be that her karma, I would say even her dharma, would be that she, if she's dealing with someone's child, because we've got a King of Pentacles and a Page, which could be that she's meant to raise this child, or she's just waiting and she will be receiving a message of promise here. We've got the Eight of Swords, so there's negative thinking coming from the King of Pentacles here. And we've got Judgment, so it looks like we've got Taurus, Scorpio here. And of course, in the Scorpio season, we're going to have a new moon, right? We're going to have a new moon in Scorpio, a full moon in Taurus. So this King of Pentacles, it could also be the Emperor, as I said, could be going through a crisis, but your person wants a second opportunity because where their love life is concerned, they were only business, right? They want a resurrection of this connection, even though they're thinking very negatively, possibly fears are coming up relative to their subconscious of how they're going to get there. As I said, there could also be physical distance. If there is physical distance between the two of you, it makes it even harder, right? Or even big social differences. What's beneath? And we've got the Two of Wands. So someone turns their back on an Ace of Wands, something that they desired back in the past. Now they've got this newfound desire that they want to pursue, right? And we see also the World card. So there is possibly physical distance for some of you, but this is also a portal that this person is in between, where they're going to step into the Three of Wands and waiting on those ships to come in. But this can also be a dilemma or just choices, right? Page of Cups may be an offer that's coming through. The romantic offer is a small offer, even an apology, whether some of you are going to, if you've been waiting on an apology or a return, possibly if that's good enough, the apology is good enough, or even the offer. Because we've had some stealth and some sneakiness, Seven of Swords. But what we don't know, possibly, is that someone has been doing the work. The Seven of Swords is strategy, intelligence, possibly also, stealth. This is the thief, someone not giving you all the information, but you see that he's almost at the top of that mountain, and the house would be the relationship. So it's like Spirit is saying, be smart, be foxy, be intelligent. If someone hasn't been totally truthful with you, they could not. Maybe they were also protecting their children, their reputation, who knows. Remember, Pisces is also about forgiveness and surrendering and releasing, leaving it up to Spirit. So, and also having worked through a lot of karma. Why is the Seven of Swords there? We've got the Hanging Man, you see. A lot of illusion, possibly deception, feeling as though it's a betrayal. You may be finding out that it wasn't a betrayal after all, and that it was the only way that things could have been done. Let's read the Eternal Flame advice, and we'll take some love messages here. So the Eternal Flame. An eternal flame glows within you. It is the flame of perpetual truth. It will burn when the opinions, advice, and urgencies of the world fade away. It is there now and always, encouraging you to stand in your truth and live by your heart. Do not be swayed by popularity or trends. Investigate, consider, and put the views of others to the test. But if they don't inspire or support you, set them aside. If they contradict your beliefs and observations, leave them be. Your faith in yourself is being put to the test. Truth can withstand any trial. Will you hold your ground or give in? What is right for one is not necessarily the right path for another. Walk your own path. Know your own heart and mind. Stand firm, empowered, and liberated. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful message. So you see, it's like I got the indication here, the feeling that some of you may, in twin flames don't respectively fit the bill. So if there has been, twin flames they usually come from very different societies, communities, religion. The differences are so huge, and that's what the twin flame needs to work on, so that they could meet each other on the same level. I get that someone didn't fit the bill here, and this was the lesson that someone needed to understand, because some of you may be dealing with someone that was very successful, that comes from a supportive background, right? And these are heavy lessons that take time, and it did speak to perpetual again and again, and these cycles are usually connected to twin flame, but they're, of course, the karmic connections can also be the lesson here that need to be released, that could be blocking a twin flame connection. And I see a fair bit. I mean, we've got soulmates, we've got karmic, and we've got twin flames here, so we've got a bit for everything, a bit of everything here and for everyone. Let's get into the mind of your person, and what are they thinking? What are they thinking when they think of you? How are they feeling? I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to. There's the observer there. So we've mentioned the signs already. Let's not get stuck on the sign, because we've got moon placement, rising sign, Venus placement, Mars, North Node. So don't get stuck only on the signs. Look at the story. Look at the messages. Being apart has been life-changing for me. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And that would mainly be the Knight of Pentacles up here. I just wasn't ready for you. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. It's easier just to stay away right now. So some of you have had no contact, but there will be contact here. There will be a lot of talk here. There will be a lot of clearing out what was, what you were clouded about, what you didn't understand, what was going on. Your beauty still moves me. So someone may be checking out your old photos, for instance. Let's take your social media. Let's take a few from this deck here. As I said, we can't do the yes please, but your comments do help the channel. Next Wednesday we will do that. And someone here is not allowing their heart and their soul to sing with joy. Someone's not allowing their passion. They're holding back on their desires with the Strength card here. We are so different, and I don't know if this could ever work out. I don't know what to do. That's right on point of what I was just saying. I want you to be happy. I'm here for you always if you want me to. And they've got question marks. They're wondering. This is my truth. Take another card. You are very attractive, and I don't know if I can keep my hands off you. There's a lot of desire, a lot of emotional connection here. You bring such happiness to my life. I'm ready to take the next step with you. Open your heart and talk truthfully to me. Talk to me. Someone's demanding the truth. What is the truth? I can't get over you. What is the truth? I'm not in love with you. I have to be honest. So who is this that is not in love? For some of you, maybe you're barking up the wrong tree. For some of you, maybe the truth that's told here could have to do with the Emperor if this was someone from your past. So some of you may be stuck with a karmic where you're not in love, and that truth may also be coming out. I have so much on my plate, I don't know if I can offer you anything. I've been through a lot. That's what we see at the rest reconsider here. So give your person some time. They still are doing the work. Or maybe it's you needing the time. That's our reading for today, my dear friends. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and your donations. It does help the channel, and it helps us, obviously, buy more candles. It helps us stay afloat. We haven't been able to buy new decks for quite a while now. It's not easy, as our channel is not being viewed, and I'm gonna have to make lots of changes here, but I'm sort of thinking about them. Special thanks to our patrons who do support this channel every month, and I think that's it. My dear friends. Again, it's a long reading. I hope you enjoy it. Just make sure that you're subscribed, that you're checking us out. I'm seriously thinking of giving these readings a bit of a pause. So let me know what you think. I mean, if these videos are not having, over 500 views, it's not even worth the time. So do support the channel. Let us know what you think. Let's stay connected. We'll see what changes we can do. I'm open for suggestions as well. So love and light, my dear friends. I'm wishing you well. Look after yourselves. Love you lots.